Well, there's such a respect for going for the greatest trophy in all professional sports and be able to broadcast and sit next to a guy like Doc Emmerich. The blood gets flowing, the heart starts pumping. There's nothing like playing, and lucky enough to have won a Stanley Cup as a player in '94 with the Rangers. But this is a great time of year, and I get this question a lot: are you surprised at the teams that got here? I'm not at all. The Bruins were the second best team in the NHL all season long, and for me, I thought the Blues would be a second or third place team in the Central Division. Now, how they went about it probably isn't exactly the way that Army and obviously Mike Yeo and Craig Berube drew it up, but this is going to be a great final, and the Blues have that it factor right now. It's hard to explain to people, but they have that it thing, and they believe, and they're going to have their hands full with a really good Bruins team.
You mentioned it. If the Blues win this cup, it will be because of?
Well, their ability, I think, to be able to defend on the back end. Now, there's a caveat there. The goaltending for both teams has to be. If you don't get it, you're not going to win. So I'm taking the goaltending out of it. But I think the team that ends up defending the best, and can the Blues hold off the depth of the Bruins up front? For as active as the Blues defense are offensively, so are the Bruins, and that's something they're going to have to keep their eye on. I mean, very comparable to San Jose from the aspect of Burns and Vlasic and Carlson. Boston has some guys that aren't afraid to jump in as well, so it always comes down to defending and who can get it done, and if you can get the goaltending and defend, you give yourself a hell of a chance to win.
Final thought, you've had some collisions over the years, I'm sure, with Craig Berube. How would you describe him?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Chief's the type of guy that you knew when he was on the ice and you knew when he was on the bench, and you felt a lot safer playing against him when he was sitting on that bench. But, I mean, he's got a super hockey mind, a real competitive guy, somebody that I got a chance to know a lot better when he was in Chicago coaching the Wolves in the American Hockey League for Army and the Blues. And he just has that ability to relate to today's players, and there is no in between with Chief. Like, it is either black or white. It's either this side or that side. And I think players of today's hockey mentality, I really appreciate that and he's done a hell of a job. He really has, and deserves a lot of credit for putting the Blues where they are.